The fourth winner of the life-size Infinity Gauntlet will be announced in the coming days. To enter for your chance to win, all you have to do is like this video, subscribe, turn on notifications, and tell me below what your favorite scene in the MCU is so far. With the Spider-Man Far From Home trailer has brought tons of speculation, but for this video specifically, I would like to focus on something near the beginning of the trailer. That thing being the very early glimpse that we got of what was previously known as the Avengers Tower. We get a look at what's formerly Avengers Tower when Spider-Man is swinging through New York and checking his cell phone. However, this time it looks different, as it was revealed in Spider-Man Homecoming that Tony Stark did indeed sell the tower, and that they moved to a new facility upstate, the facility that we saw from Civil War onward. Again, in that film specifically, it was stated that Stark Tower, or Avengers Tower, had been purchased by somebody. As we know, although in the first Avengers the tower was still under construction, in the second one we get a full complete view of the building. Thus, when we see it again in the Far From Home trailer, we can confirm that it is indeed under construction. But under construction by who? As there are several notable famous buildings in New York in the Marvel Comics that this could be. The first of which I would like to discuss is the Baxter Building. For those of you that need a little bit more insight, the Baxter Building is where the Fantastic Four work in the comic books. This has actually been a major theory floating around the internet, that this could be the new Baxter Building and that they have actually purchased this for what will eventually become the Fantastic Four, with Marvel just leaving these little breadcrumbs along the way for future characters. However, unfortunately, this cannot be the case, but this doesn't exclude another famous Marvel character, and a character that could spell something awful for Spider-Man. We know that the building cannot be the Baxter Building because still currently Fox owns the rights to the Fantastic Four. Marvel is not actually allowed to develop anything story-wise for those characters, despite the fact that they'll be owning them soon, although the deal has not closed. Therefore, Marvel is not allowed to use those characters or even hint at them until they fully own them. What this does is exclude that it could be the Baxter Building at all. However, the more likely theory and option that I believe this new building is Oscorp Tower. The more interesting part about this is the owner and operator of Oscorp being the famous character and Spider-Man villain Norman Osborn, better known as the Green Goblin. Although it's unlikely that the Green Goblin or Norman Osborn himself will be appearing in Spider-Man Far From Home, or even Harry Osborn, it's clearly being hinted at here. Again, the Avengers chose to move facilities, and it's likely that Oscorp chose to purchase the tower. What's interesting though is that Norman Osborn supposedly has even been hinted in other Marvel movies, not Spider-Man or Avengers related. If you recall back to Ant-Man and the Wasp, the gangsters actually wanted to purchase Hank Pym's technology, but not for their own use, for a mysterious new buyer. According to various leaks, Marvel went to Sony about a year ago and requested that they not use Green Goblin in their slate of spin-off movies, including movies such as Venom. They did this because apparently Marvel themselves desired to use the character at a future date. That is why I'm fairly confident that the individual that purchased Avengers Tower is Norman Osborn, and that this will be our first introduction of Oscorp in the MCU. And eventually, maybe in a Spider-Man 3 film, we will get to see the Green Goblin face off against Spider-Man. Anyway guys, that's just my theory as to the Avengers Tower and the status of the building, as well as how I think that Norman Osborn and Green Goblin will eventually be introduced into the MCU. But anyway guys, I would love to hear your thoughts on this theory, and who do you think purchased Avengers Tower? Also, do you think that we could get a hint at Oscorp in Spider-Man Far From Home? Or could it even be outright confirmed in a post-credit scene or somewhere in the movie? Anyway guys, leave all of your thoughts on this in the comments down below, as I can't wait to hear what you guys have to say. As always, thank you so much for watching, subscribe to join the team, and have a great day.